All right, man, what's good? So I've been seeing this meta all over YouTube where it's guys, dude, like this mouse is fucked up. So this is gonna be my first time even doing this. Oh, jeez, you're probably gonna see me. I'm gonna play so bad, even though I used to be cracked at this game. Anyway, I've been seeing this meta all over YouTube where it's like guys playing like Modern Warfare 2, giving that like nostalgic vibe of you know, giving good like the glory days of like you playing video games with your boys and like those traditional games, and now like you don't have time to do it. And like they're talking about like the early 20s like problems and how you gotta damn, this guy just peeking his head out. It's like early 20s problems, talking about investing, talking about like girls, talking about like the what you should do, work from home, careers, what careers you should get into, skill acquisition, like SEO, etc., etc. And it's good content for sure, and I think I would do really well with it, and I want their views, and I want you to watch my channel, right? So I definitely want to get on this meta. And yeah, so let's do it. So number one, something really, really important is there's you always want a safety net, especially if you're in like your early 20s and whatnot. You want to become obsessed with having a safety net. Now, obviously, you want to like this is like common sense advice. Like everybody's gonna say this, right? But like there's something really, really nice that's ideal about having some kind of online job or some kind of job that doesn't require so much stress within your life, compared to a job where it takes a lot of like mental and or even like physical like effort, because this is gonna drain you. And it's not gonna allow you to ever escape, the matrix or like escape these problems that you have and finally having that freedom. Really, it's like pretty bad. Like I don't like helping companies. I'm really in it for me and for my family and for my kids. And I never had an interest in, oh, I want to be this career, I want to have this position. When I was young, I just wanted to be an artist, right? And I still want to be an artist. I guess like this guy's P90 rush thing. I still want to be an artist, but like that comes in like different forms, right? So I would say like YouTube could definitely be like some kind of art. But I never wanted to be like, oh, I want to be a businessman or whatnot. Like I just always was obsessed with money. Like there was never a field that I found interesting in school. Maybe like finance somewhat interested me because of like the status and ambition. But I was always just been obsessed with like money because I knew money would fix the problems. Money would attract people. Have freedom. Your family would be provided for. Just growing up and seeing my parents always stressed out about paying for my school and bills, or like, something like happened to the roof, so now they need to spend a bunch of money, or like us having to save money. I grew up in a very low income household, and we're doing like fine now, but like just seeing that since from an early age definitely changes you forever. And yeah, dude, yeah, it's that's huge. It's a big deal. And yeah, that always made me just become pretty much money obsessed. And I realized like, hey, like there's guys that I know who like want to like do fulfilling careers or whatnot. That's fine, but I'm not doing that, man. I want to work, and I want to make $1 million by 25, so that my kids will never have to deal with these problems, because I know how competitive the market really is deep down. And you really don't have time to just like live like this ideal life of like, oh yeah, this is like common sense shit that I'm saying. It's just like common sense. Like you just become obsessed with money, and this really dug me deep into trying to find like work from home jobs. Like trying not to like be in the actual workforce, because I didn't want to be controlled by any company. I don't want to be location dependent. I don't want to have to be a good boy for my boss. I don't want to have to work a job I don't really like that much, or it's like not really interesting. It's not really changing the world in any way. Um, or if that is to be the case, like if I'm just making money and it's not like doing anything grand, like I want to be the one calling the shots, because I always felt like my brain worked differently, and I was actually a smart guy, but like I couldn't articulate this correctly. Like I would always like the way like my brain works, it almost sounds like I'm a little stupid sometimes. And I knew like I wouldn't relate to like most companies or most CEOs. And this would cause them to probably think that like, oh, I'm kind of like stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about, because in the beginning I ask a lot of stupid questions. Like low key, I'm really dumb in like most processes in the beginning. A lot of people say they're fast learners. I would say I'm actually a pretty slow learner. Like even when I was starting CS:GO, like it probably took me like a good like 200, 300 hours to like even be above like silver 2, right? Where like most people would be like, wow, you're really, really trash. But that just made me become more obsessed with it. And then in the end, I actually ended up becoming like legendary Eagle Master. Surprising that sounds, even though you're seeing this gameplay. But bro, like you're eventually, I'm telling you, man, you probably see it a little bit. Like after 5 years of not playing this game, you could probably see a little bit how I used to be cracked, and like there's a little bit of remnants by like the bunny hopping and whatnot, but it's just not there anymore. Yeah, yeah. What am I talking about? Yeah, man. So I just like to go back to what I was saying, like I just become obsessed with like work from home and like you finding careers, like finding like trying to find like loopholes so that I don't have to work like a stupid job, and like I was just trying to find jobs that like really required no effort. So like I don't know, or like if not no effort, like I didn't really have to like grow the company, right? So like it would be jobs like, you know, it could be a job like bookkeeping where it's like okay, you need to get some work done, but like it's not really a bit, you don't need to like grow the company. It's just kind of like repeat, like very repetitious to the point where like it could become so repetitious, you could become so skilled in it, so that you could eventually learn enough on your computer and finally do your own thing. And like maybe I could like after doing this, like maybe investing into stocks and really like saving up a lot of money over time, I'd be making like 8K or like 10K a month pretty passively by with my investments and maybe doing like a side hustle and then working like a pretty chill job or like getting into I don't know like some kind of accounting job or whatnot. And yeah, that's what I was gonna stick to, and like preferably have it be online, like do like some customer service stuff, or like just maybe have like two jobs, but they're both pretty chill, or like some kind of AI thing or whatever. And yeah, that's where I thought I was gonna be. Right, I got into a good school, and I thought I was gonna go down the finance route because that's what I majored in, and I could definitely go down that route. There are some jobs in finance which are pretty chill too, but I don't know. I just didn't really follow through with that. Number one, and number two, I guess like I didn't really I don't even know. Like I didn't really know what I didn't know. So like I didn't know how to find these like finance jobs where you didn't have to do much. I guess the only one I was thinking of was like maybe compliance or like finding like people who are like doing like illegal bank transactions or something like that. Because that seems like a repeatable process, and I didn't want to like have the stress of like needing to always make the company money, or like if I like make like a big mistake, like the company just like kills me, and then I risk like that job security. And there's nothing. I one of the worst things. One of my number one things I hate is stress. I'm really like stress avoidant, and yeah. So I was just gonna go down the route of like finding like a work from home job, and I really thought that was gonna be it. And like maybe I would make like 10K monthly, and that's it. And my brain got very much awakened once I started seeing that the people that were not much smarter than me were genuinely making like 100K a month. And I know that probably sounds ridiculous to the average viewer of my channel, because I literally was just like you probably like 2 years ago, just thinking like, hey, maybe like 10, 20K a month is like reasonable. But bro, if you have all this ambition inside you, man, you would be surprised how much money you really could be making. If you go down the right business model, dude, my mouse is like bugging out right now. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Look at this, bro. Okay, let's go right here. I got someone through the wall. Yeah, cool. So it made me go down like the channels of like, okay, let me make money online. Like, there's got to be a way. Like, there's guys like Andrew Tate who exist out there. There's guys younger than me who are printing money. They can't be much smarter than me. I'm a smart guy. I've got a good head on my shoulders. There's got to be something I'm missing. And like my friend of mine, he started like learning all about like he started working for this guy online, and he was already making like 9K a month. And I'm like, okay, this is not real, because this guy I know for a fact is not smart. Like he got bad grades in high school and he's already doing well. So it's something that I don't know. So I started because I was only watching like hams and all that shit. He never told you like the actual like business models to go down. He just told you like become an influencer, bro, which is not great advice. We're gonna get into that later. Um, yeah, so I started learning. I started like watching a lot more of like specific YouTubers. So I started watching a bit more of Alex Hermosi, and I started watching a lot more of the videos that he would make. Like he would talk a lot about like acquisition.com and like the books that he would make, and he would talk a lot about like service-based businesses. And I was still like obsessed with this like remote work, but I didn't want to like have like a service-based business like that was in person. But like I would definitely consider it. I remember I looked into like a business about like wooden pallets. I'll make a video about that later. Yeah, but like I just needed to find a way out. Just need to find a way out, and that brought me closer to crypto. So I started investing a lot into crypto and like trying to like develop my own meme coin, like starting like a social media page, to get people interested in the crypto coin that I made. And I also started like investing in meme coins and joining like a bunch of these Discord channels, which had like kind of like insiders of like people saying like, oh, hey, this is like a crypto coin's gonna pop off and all this, and or like just like people who were in the field for a while, like giving out like you showing like their trading analysis and how like, oh, this coin's gonna print and everything. So I was like, okay, and I just blindly did it. And I did make some money with like Aerodrome Finance coin and like this other one like Trias and like some other stuff, which is great, right? But then over time it did not work out, and like I ended up losing money in the long run, or like pretty much close to breaking even, but it was not worth it for all the pain I had to go through. And I'm not saying crypto doesn't work or like trading doesn't work, but I couldn't really understand it. So I was like, okay, I don't think this is the model for me. Like I like crypto, I like finance, I like all this stuff, but I don't think this is the model for me. So then I just kept going, and I just thought like, hey, maybe I should just like get a bunch of online jobs, like just get a bunch of customer service rep jobs and like hire a bunch of people from India to like handle those jobs and outsource it and delegate it, and then I just become like the guy who handles it and handles all of them, and like maybe I could scale it up to like 15 or 20K a month and do the crypto, and then maybe like invest in stocks and keep a lot of my money in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and so also like obviously like VTI and all this stuff and like some more safe investments, and then that's it, man. And that was like kind of the plan. But there were still guys that I was hearing like from my friend. I was watching like these YouTube videos, and I started like watching Mark Builds Brands and this other guy Jordan Brown and on YouTube, and I was like, "There's no way dropshipping actually works. Like this sounds so ridiculous, bro." There's and because like you would see like a bunch of these like young teenagers when it just looked like a scam because they were all selling a course and they all were talking in like low IQ terms. So I just assumed like, hey, like there's no way this is legit. So I just brushed it off. But then over time, I realized like, hey, this is legit, and especially with AI now. Like, this could become a real thing, dude. Oh my god, my mouse, bro. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, I could be playing so much better right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. So then, I was like, okay, this is legit. Let me get into e-commerce more. Like, let me learn about this stuff. And then I started watching like BizPath and like all these other channels, and they started talking about like lead gen agencies. And I was like hearing about like bookkeeping businesses where like somebody they have a bunch of clients who need their books being made. So I started like learning about that, and I was like, okay, so what do I actually want to do, right? Like, what are my skills? And like, what skills do I even need to acquire? So I learned about copywriting. I learned about paid ads on Meta. I learned about a little bit about like growing your own social media page on like Twitter and whatnot. I did try to develop a meme coin and like build a page for that, and it didn't do that poorly, right? And I did like do a little bit of YouTube stuff, and like the YouTube videos would sometimes get views, and that definitely made me, you know, understand the game a little bit more. And there were some other skills that I had. Like I did understand like accounting principles. I understood like basic finance, and like some other stuff relating to finance. So like understand like how to the balance sheet and like financial statement analysis and all this stuff, and like how to analyze a company and like equity valuation and whatnot. And just I understood AI pretty well, so I would use ChatGPT and like Gemini all day, right? So like I knew I had leverage in some way. I also was always good with like technology and computers, which is also something you could leverage as well. So I was like, maybe I should start my own tech business where I help like boomers on the computer. But I still stuck with ecom. I was still like, I like ecom the most. It sounds interesting. There's a bunch of young guys in my space, and they're a lot like me. So I'm gonna follow the people who are already like me, who have this ambition. And I did. And yeah, I started my own store. This is something else I want to talk about as well before I get into this. Dude, before you do any of this, the number one thing, and so many people are gonna tell you like, oh, just go all in, like just go all in on like content creation or whatnot. Do not, I repeat, like just do not do that, right? I understand the principle of like going all in on something, and you think like, oh, I'm just gonna put all my eggs in this basket, and like it's all or nothing, and I'm gonna be all right because I know this will make me lock in if I really realize that like, hey, I need to work hard at this because I know there's gonna be no other option. There's no plan B. Sure, right? I get the principle, and it probably works for some people, and you hear like some influencers who tell you that. But I'm telling you right now, you don't hear about the 99.9% of people who did that exact same thing and were actually talented in the field that they wanted to be in, and actually, did decently, right? But like they didn't make it, and like they had struggled to pay their bills, and like even though their videos were not bad and everything, they still failed because of how competitive the market was, right? So I understand the principle of like going all in, right? I get it. And if you try your hardest, it's hard to lose, but you always want to have that safety net. You never want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want to have a strategy in place so that you have that safety net to lay back on when shit hits the fan. And always remember, shit will hit the fan. Yeah, so my safety net was like getting a job where like I could use my laptop throughout the job, like throughout my time at the job. So like I could literally just like learn and like educate myself. So like if I was like learning all about like paid ads and like meta ads and like media buying and all this stuff. And I was like, I'm not gonna have time to do this because I'm so busy, especially if I have like a normal job. All my other friends are working, like I don't know, like working at Ace Hardware, or like working at a restaurant. Dude, you're not gonna have any time to go on your phone. And when you do actually like get home, you're gonna be tired, or you're gonna want to hang out with people, or you're gonna want to eat dinner, you're gonna be hungry, or you still need to go to the gym and whatnot. So it was like, no, I need to have a job which like doesn't destroy me mentally and physically. Or like there's like some of my friends who did like construction, bro. You're gonna be cooked. You're not gonna be able to think straight and whatnot. And you need something that doesn't drain your energy. You need something that you could actually, you know, work. Yeah, you want something that doesn't drain your energy. Something where you don't have to work hard. Something where you can use your phone. Something where you don't get stressed out. These jobs like this are like security. Stuff like accounting too is not bad. Something like customer service, especially if it's like chatbots, not bad. What else? Something like damn, I just exploded, bro. Dude, data entry, that's legit too. Dude, other stuff like like some kind of cybersecurity job or like IT jobs. So a lot of IT jobs where you don't have to do that much. And these jobs are probably gonna be like 50K, 75K, maybe less, right? Depends. It could be a pretty low salary. But dude, like the thing with this is that this is going to give you a safety net so that you could learn all the things that are necessary to learn. You could start your own business long term, but you're going to have this safety net where you still have that income coming in. Because if you have no income coming in, you're not going to like be able to afford the ads if you are spending on your own e-com. So you're not going to be able to make any crypto investments. You're not going to be able to start your own lead gen agency because you have nothing to fall back on, and that's one of the worst spots to be in. You need to have cash flow. Without cash flow, you're going to be screwed. The job that I'm working, I'm not gonna give like the specifics, but what is this guy doing? Does he just have like an auto? No, he's gone. Yeah, like I'm not gonna give the specifics, but it's like I do like some monitoring. Basically, I have like the most chill job ever. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I'm so grateful for it every single day I go into it. I'm probably never gonna, even if I have like my own business and it starts like really really doing like crazy numbers, I'm probably still never gonna leave. I'm probably be there at least like part time and doing like a little bit of stuff. And yeah. So like I remember I like started learning everything about ecom, and I like got access to a course from a good friend of mine. So I just learned everything about media buying. I just went through the entire course, and I just got like super educated, and like really really fast. Like, I just locked in on that the whole time while I was at this job, and I was just on my laptop the whole time learning and learning. And I was doing this while in school as well, so I was like combining all these three combined, and I ended up, learning a lot, starting my own store. The store started doing well, and then I got another remote job. And then while after I got this remote job, I met someone in that remote job who was starting his own store, and then I started helping him start his own store with meta ads, like as a creative strategist. And dude, it started like compounding and compounding, and now I'm doing all these things really fast, and like the money's coming in, man. And by the time I'm 25, like I really am looking to become like a like millionaire for sure. I do want 1 million in the bank by 25, and I do want something really consistent to the point where, it is something like $1 million a year. 1.1, like at least 500K at least, and preferably 1 million a year. I'm trying to get to like 30K, 35K a month, by 2020, the end of 2026. Pretty ambitious, but it's chill. And yeah, man, that's kind of my story. Um, Overall, like the main things I'm teaching you right now is like learn everything about AI. Probably get like some kind of course or some kind of education in e-commerce or crypto, or like join some Discord channels and really like learn all about it. Go on Black Hat Forum and learn everything, man. Like if you want to get into AI, if you want to like I don't know, start making own like AI models, or if you want to start getting into reselling, if you want to start getting into cryptocurrency, if you want to maybe get like a traditional finance job at a bank, if you want to. Uh, yeah, man, there's like a bunch of different options. There's always ways to make money, but if you don't, if you want to genuinely like escape the matrix and like don't think you want to go down the traditional path and all of this, then man, you got to hop on it right now and learn about AI, go on these forums, learn what people are talking about. If you want to learn about stream farming, learn what people are doing, and get educated fast because every minute that you don't, you're losing a lot of time and your competition is getting better. And especially with AI, man, like people are moving fast, man. That's without a doubt. Um, yeah, dude, I'm rambling like really fast. I wish I could. I would, dude. Okay, never mind. Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. some other stuff. Yeah, so that's a few of my points. Let me give you a few more points that I wrote down on my notes. We're gonna make this a lot more organized, right? So like next time I'll have like an AI script and I'll do a voiceover. I'll record myself playing the game and then I'll do a voiceover over that. I think that's gonna be a lot better. Yeah, and I'll have like a better microphone and everything, and I'll fix my mouse so I can actually you can actually see some pretty solid gameplay. And yeah, have everything a bit more organized. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Work from home, starting your own business, safety net, and the one last thing I want to talk about: value and starting your own personal brand. So something else I really strongly recommend that I wish I really locked in on early. I mean, I did start doing it a little bit. Like 18, I was like already making YouTube videos, but I wish like I was just like kind of. I mean, I'm kind of doing something similar to what I was before, but like I really should have just like have it set in stone and be like, hey, I'm going to have a personal brand 150%. And this is something I should have like just committed myself to. And I really should have like just learned more about it, right? And of course, like the main thing that you want to focus on is money always. So like yeah, a personal brand is important, but like you having your finances in check and being able to like pay your bills and everything, that's always number one. You want to be able to provide. And so like don't just like follow your dream of like, oh, I'm just gonna become an influencer. It's like you got to have that backup plan. You got to have a safety net. You got to have some kind of company or something along those lines that sets you free. Um, but yeah, man, like one video a day does like that's strategic as shit. Um, for sure. I know a lot of guys who are just who like I have a bunch of my friends who are like just trying to become influencers, just go all in on that. It's really not smart. You like again, like you want to have a safety net 100%, or you want to have like some kind of job 100%. Like make content at your job, or like make content like of just like things that you do, right? Because if you like you could make content, you could try to create your own personal brand doing like short form videos, like prank videos or like whatever, right? But like my friends, they're just making like a bunch of short form content that's like kind of just like brain rot. Like that might work, right? You might get views, but like there's no personal brand being built. You want to do something that's long form, something that's interesting, something that actually grabs an audience. And you want to do things in your videos. You don't just want to like, you know, um, do not like just try to like entertain or like try to just be like funny or like just talk. Like you want to give value, and that's gonna be what really separates yourself. So that's why I always like talk about money and want to focus on money in my videos, because that's going to gain attraction, that's going to gain people, because people are going to see like, oh, this channel is actually valuable. And people care a lot when something is valuable versus when something is just entertainment, right? Like a guy like Clavicular, like he is entertaining, right? But like he does provide a lot of value in his videos. A guy like Mark Builds Brands, like he could be like a bit entertaining, but like the main things in his videos is value, and value is what keeps people to stick around and like subscribe to and actually watch your videos. And it's the most important thing to actually grow on social media. To just become an influencer without providing value, you're giving yourself a big gamble. To be successful, like maybe your personality is enough, or maybe your looks are enough, or like maybe I don't know. Oh my god, bro, this is disgusting. Jeez. Yeah, maybe it's enough, but like for the most part, it's a big gamble. The most strategic thing that you could do is learn a skill, get really skilled in something, make a channel about me. Like, look at Ecom Moose, like guys like that. They might not have like the most subscribers, right? But like they're gonna be making money from their channel, they're gonna monetize it, and they're gonna get views like 5 to like 5K of like people who actually watch the whole thing and like good retention rates, right? Compared to like guys who are just like trying to be entertaining. It's a lot more risky, and like you could still screw up and like not have your finances in check, and you're just trying to start like a clothing brand. Like it could work. You see some YouTubers who work like that, like the Looks Maxers or whatever. But you want to do something strategic. You want to provide value in the videos that you make. Um, yeah, so I strongly recommend build a skill either in copywriting or paid ads or lead gen or meta ads, Google ads. It could be something in software. Learn about coding. Learn how to vibe code. Learn financial statement analysis. Learn how to like understand companies well. Cybersecurity. Talk about that on your channel. Talk about I don't know. I have a friend who's like getting into like nuclear shit. Like he's gonna like build nukes. I don't know, man. Like there's a hundred different niches, a hundred different skills that you could acquire, and just start making YouTube videos where you provide value and talking about those skills and really go in depth. Because value is going to be what keeps people coming back. Without value, your videos are at a gamble of your authenticity and entertainment levels and all that, but like value is there to stay. You'll always have people coming back when there's true value in your videos, and you spill all the sauce. Most people don't spill shit for sauce. Yeah, yeah. That's about it. Those are the main things I want to cover in this video. If you're still here, I guess like you could just see me like play CS:GO. I could talk about whatever else. Now, let me know if you like this. Obviously, I need to like organize the videos more. Dude, the main thing that I'm getting pissed off about right now is like the freaking like I swear to you, like I'm not even bad at this game, bro. It's just that like my mouse is just so shit, and like every like micrometer that you move in CS:GO matters, and like my cursor is just not going where I'm like pointing my mouse, and it's just a pain in the freaking ass. Uh, yeah, I want to hit like sick clips. Also, like I can't like get ops on this server, but like ops are so important. I headshot that guy, I guess. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know if I missed anything. If you want to get like a safe job, like some kind of thing where like you could do consistently something that's like you could do part-time, you know, 20 30 hours a week. It's something that you could still go home and like start your own business and start your side hustle and like not be completely screwed. Look into security jobs, look into some kind of like monitoring job, look into bookkeeping job, look into like email assistant kind of job, look into customer service job, look into like a chatbot job, look into like a front desk agent for like a place that doesn't really, get a lot of people. Look into like IT help desk. Look into like this one guy at my job, dude. He works in IT, 75K a year, and bro, he doesn't do jack shit. Like sometimes the printer goes out and like the guy like fixes the printer, or like sometimes like the server goes out, but like there's no problems with the server at the job that I'm at, dude. So it's just completely ridiculous. And he's making like 75K, dude. It's not even bad, right? And like he probably has a side hustle that he's doing on his own. Yeah. And something else I want to talk about is like AI arbitrage. So this term that's being like thrown around, and what does this mean? I've seen like Andrew Tate talk about it a bit, and I completely agree with it. It's that where you gain the leverage right now is focusing on people that don't understand AI, because you have a lot of leverage in that. So you focus on targeting guys like boomers or like people over the age 50, providing AI services, whether it be tricking them to join like I don't know like a model, or whether it be improving their business with other books, with like the AI software you create, maybe doing AI to make your YouTube videos if you're selling like an info product, making sure all the scripts are good, making thumbnails AI, and like obviously always just copy what works. Like put your own spin to it, copy like 90% of what somebody else is doing that's working, and just make the thumbnail very similar, but like, remember your personal brand, and yeah, that's important. Something that I did do that like definitely does work, the tech help business. So like I did this for a bit, and it did work. Like I had like a bunch of clients of people who like needed tech help, and I charged them pretty decently, like $50 an hour. And yeah, man, like there would be people like it was like really basic like computer stuff, but like they really don't understand anything about the computers, which is just like insane to me. And you have all the leverage, for example, like in other business models, like you don't have as much leverage because there's a lot more competition. But in a business model like that, like, there's always going to be elderly who don't understand the computers, or like they don't understand AI, and you could like the process that takes them an hour because they don't know anything about computers, like literally a minute, and you can save time like that. I'm obsessed with arbitrage, anything arbitrage. I'm assuming you know what arbitrage means, but arbitrage is just like making money with minimal. You buy something for 30, you sell for 100. That's arbitrage, right? Or finding like little gaps in the market that gives you free money, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So become obsessed with that. The things that are going to make you money is like using AI to target older people, boomers that don't understand AI, and leveraging your power in it. And people who don't understand computers, or people who just don't understand the market. In e-commerce, I'm targeting people who are a bit older, like 50 years old, and they become very easily swayed when it comes to, and like the product that I'm selling, it's good, right? It's not like I'm doing anything like scammy. Like it is like a good product that's useful. But like when you use AI to tell like really good narratives for the story, or like you use AI to get like set up like some narratives, or like give some data to prove like your points. Like let's say like, oh, I'm not gonna give out my product, right? But like, oh, like this product was shown to improve your brain power by like 63% or some shit. Like if you could provide data, and like you use Claude AI to really make the copy like really passionate and emotional and all of this, dude, it's really a joke. Or like if you use a Claude to like create or use like Gemini to create the image ads, and you do like B-roll with AI. You set up like different, like you get like triple whale, like Hyros, to like just find the acquisition channels. Dude, it's all about just replicating what works, using AI to implement it faster, giving out a bunch of quantity, and making and eventually that quantity becoming quality, and then just going from there. And this is gonna be it for the video. I need to get back to work. I need to create some AI image ads and natives, long form, direct response copy. But yeah, some actionable steps for you. Find a job that's chill. Make sure it's low stress. Make sure you have your own time to start your own business while at this job, or you have enough time after your job so you're not exhausted. And it doesn't have to pay a lot. Just make sure you have that safety net. Definitely become obsessed with starting your own business. Learn about the different kind of businesses you could start, the business models, build some kind of skill so that you could operate in this business model. I always recommend media buying. I think that's what I started off as, just like learning media buying and like paid ads and all this. Um, while you're doing this, like always have a personal brand, right? So do some kind of personal branding where you're, I don't know, showing yourself a little bit. It doesn't have to be like in-depth videos, but like sell like an info product or some kind of product, and you always show your face and make it more long form. Don't just make videos like short form where it's not really anything tangible. You want to make content that's good, that's valuable, preferably in the skill that you learn. So like for example, you learn about media buying, then you make videos about media buying, and yeah. I get like become like a jack of all trades. Learn like fundamentals about everything. So like learn about copyright, learn about like financial statement analysis, learn about AI, learn some basic coding, learn all these things. And I feel like there's one more thing I'm forgetting. Let me see. Let's look at my notes. Um, yeah, and never always remember companies, they do not care about you, man. They care about their bottom line. So never become completely loyal to a company. At the end, you want to worry about yourself. My ping is like 300 right now, but yeah. Yeah, that's about it, man. Good luck. Hope this helps. Peace.